What is up, everybody? By the time you'll see this, it's after Christmas, but we are going to get ready for my family's Christmas lunch, dinner type situation. So let's go ahead and get started. What we're going for today is going to be red and gold since it is Christmas. If we hate it, we're going to restart because I have a backup plan. I'm really hoping that it just works. I'm really hoping it just works. So we're going to go ahead and clip the hair back with my little clips, and then we are going to get started on the eyes. If you know me, you know I do my eyes first because I always get fallout. I don't know what it is, it just happens. I have no way around it, but let's go ahead and get started. I have some colors laid out, so let's start. I'm going to use my Born This concealer so that then I'm going to use it as my base for my eyeshadow because I feel like on looks like this you especially need to have a solid base. You could use an actual eyeshadow primer, but I don't have one handy. After that, I'm just going to use my finger and blend it in, not blend. Now that we have our base done, we are going to go in with a super light, super natural shade really quickly. Use the Kylie Jenner Pressed Powder Palette, and I'm going to go into Raw right here. You can really use any brush for this. I'm going to use this one because it's what I grabbed. And you just go literally all over your lid with that. This just kind of helps have a powdery. It kind of sets it in place. It doesn't have to be pretty. Really get it in that crease. It kind of just sets the concealer or eyeshadow base, whatever you use. So now we're going to start with the red. So I have this brush. It's by Jessup. It's the MUL11. It's kind of fluffy, kind of dense. It's like a solid in between. We're going to start with one of our darkest reds. So I am going to search for that really quick. I lied. We're going to go in with a super dark brown first. I think this one, it's in my Morphe palette. It's kind of like a brownish, purplish shade. We're going to tap off the excess and we're just going to go in this outer corner right here. And then we're just going to build shape. Purple that I was in. I think we can save it. Why is it so different? My eyes do not match shape, so it always looks weird when I do eyeshadow. It drives me insane. Okay, now we're gonna find my red, and we're gonna go in with red. Face Beauty Mystic Romance palette, and we are gonna go in with Allure. There we go. That is very red. Okay. And we're gonna build that. I don't think I like that. Okay, I know what to do now. We're restarting. We're literally taking it all off and we are going to restart from the start because I know where I messed up and I know what to do now. A big old part of makeup is beginning again, you know? Sometimes you just gotta start fresh again. This is a regular process of mine, just so you know. This is not like a new thing. I do this all the time. I'll do a makeup look and then I'll hate it and then I'll redo it and I'm like, oh, that's nice, okay. And then moving on. Okay, I'm gonna finish cleaning up. Going back in with the concealer. Same one as before. It kind of dyed my eye, but that's okay. That's what the concealer's for. I just put plain powder on my eyes. Now we are going to wipe off our brush that had the red, and we are going to go into a dark brown first. Into the Morphe palette, we're going to go with this brown one right here, this dark one. Top off the excess, and we are going to go right on the outer corner, just like that, just like that. There's still some red on my brush, but that's okay because I'm using red next. We're just going to go right there and just at the base of our outer corner. Same, we're going to go into the red. Since it is so pigmented, we are only using a little bit. Tap off the excess. And then we are going to lightly go over that. Primarily focusing on the outer edge. And lightly, no, we're not going to do that yet. We're just going to focus it on the outer edge, just like that. So that then when we're done, it should look like that. I have slightly hooded eyes. Not really hooded, but ever so slightly. So I always raise my eyebrows, and it always looks crazy when I do my makeup. So now we're going to repeat that. We can clean it up later, so don't worry if you mess it up like that. Because we'll probably make this a super sharp one, I think. I'm getting a little bit more, and we are really going to focus it on this bottom, like towards our lash line. Making it really, really dark, red, and pretty. We're getting a new brush. It's to be fluffy. I'm gonna go in and kind of buff it out and clean it up and bring it in here ever so slightly in little itty bitty circular motions. Drag it a little bit. It's kind of up to you, whatever shape you want. Daughter in the background. She's hanging out with my dad and my brother. She's having fun. Okay, now do your best to make it even. Add a little more if you need, but it doesn't need to be perfect. It really doesn't. Now we're going back in with that red brush. We're just going to touch up that bottom and outer corner one last time. My hope is that this will give it a little bit more pigment and a little ever so slightly more dimension. Make it more red instead of purple. And if it doesn't, then, well, we're going to find another shade that does. And only go up to your crease. Fluffy brush, buff it out. Make it so that it's not as harsh of a line right there. It's still more purple. It's still more purple. So I'm going to go find a better red. I can't find one, so we're just going to go with it. So now we are going to find our gold. I have a couple to choose from. And I don't entirely know what vibe I want to go for. I kind of want to go with this one, Cave, right here. It's like a gold greenish color. I think it's pretty, but we also have that one, Limestone. I just think Cave might be the way to go. We're going to try it. And if we hate it, we can change it. See, I kind of like that. That's kind of really pretty. Okay. Touch up the red one more. Keep saying one more time as if it's actually one more time. Just like my cheerleaders, I always tell them one more time. It's never one more time. Okay. Now that's done. Now for cleanup. Do my eyes first because I usually have a lot of fallout from doing my eyes. And when I do, I just take a makeup wipe and just clean it up. I'm amazed that this didn't have more fallout. I'm not even gonna lie. Normally when I do looks like this, there's quite a bit. Now is also the time that I will clean up the edges. So on this one, I kind of want a sharper edge. So we're just gonna go just like that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can always touch it up, but it helps. Alright, I did my skincare today, so now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and put it on all my problem spots. I love this primer because it really does what it says. It makes you look poreless. You can get this on my Amazon storefront as well. A lot of the products that I use you can get through my Amazon storefront. The link will be in the description box below. Some days I just put this all over. Today's one of those days. Now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I use this primer anytime I'm doing a full face of makeup. I love it. It makes my foundation stay all day. That mixed with a good setting spray is definitely the key to winning at having your makeup last all day. That and having a good skincare routine. I have PCOS, and so my PCOS has been acting up. So I have a lot of acne going on right now and just a lot of stuff. Can't complain though, it's kind of my own fault in a sense. I mean, you can manage PCOS through your diet and exercise, and I just have not been good about that lately. But that's okay. Completely dry before you move on. That's drying. I am getting my next steps ready so that then I can just bust it out and get going because I got places to be. So the next step is going to be spot concealing. So I take a flat brush and then a concealer that's in a pot and cover all of my blemishes and such. Little mirror for this. Okay, so I'm using the CoverGirl one. Then you just load up your brush, go on top of any spots that you want to. I didn't know that this was a good way to cover acne until, I don't know, a year or two ago. There's this girl on TikTok, her name is Michaela, a lot of people know her. She's very well known on the TikTok makeup industry. She is so good, she's so talented, and I love watching her videos, but she taught me this. She used to have really rough acne and it used to be really bad for her, and so she was always working on ways to cover it up, and I always really struggled with that. I could never figure it out, And so through watching her videos, I discovered this technique, and I have been doing it ever since. I bought a concealer in a pot. Actually, I don't think I bought this. I think I got it in an Ipsy or something. But either way, I started using it. Love it. Before I put on my foundation, I like to put something on my mouth. Some sort of like lip care. Usually I'll use the Laneige one, but I don't have that up here. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Glow Retriever Lip Oil. And it's the red one. It is because then I don't have to, or I shouldn't say I don't have to. I don't feel like I have to try as hard to get the foundation off my lips when it comes time to doing lip color. So that's why I do it. You don't have to do that. That's completely optional. I should do my eyeliner right now though. First I'm going to tight line using this black crayon one. Okay. My eyes already watering so bad. So now I'm going to attempt to do a baby wing using my Trifle Cosmetics. The itty bitty baby wing, you can literally hardly see it, but it's there. It's there. Alrighty, now time for foundation. I'm using the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. It's, honestly right now it's probably my favorite. I just love how it reacts with my skin, basically. It makes it look so nice, and it's definitely full coverage. It's super buildable, and it's just really good. I will say though, there's a scent. I'm not the biggest fan of scented things, especially foundations, but this one is well worth the scent, even if you hate scents. I don't even know how to describe the scent. It's like, I don't even know. Just smell it and then you'll know. If you know what the scent is, comment below, because it's on the tip of my tongue. I just cannot place the word. It's kind of nostalgic. So if you've smelled it, tell me what you think it smells like in the comments, because I cannot think of it right now. If you use a different foundation, comment below what you use. I am in the market. I'm always looking for good ones and always looking for new ones. So if you absolutely love your foundation, comment below what it is. Maybe I'll try it out. Honestly, one of my biggest issues with foundation is that I'm pale as heck. Like, this is white and that is me. I am very pale, and not all foundations have a good shade for me. So it's sometimes a really big struggle, which is also why I really like this one, because it's my shade. Like, you can look at my neck. I didn't even put it all on my neck, but like, let me get in the right light. You can't even tell where the foundation is, so I don't have a distinct line, you know? Next is concealer. I'm using Rare Beauty in the shade 100W. I love this concealer so much, but it broke when I bought it. I put this under my eyes, and then I put this on the tip of my nose, and to cover up any spots that did not get covered up the best. And I always put it in my T-zone area, the spots where I want semi-highlighted. And then I go in with my beauty blender, hit this section of my face first, so that then it mixes with the foundation. and then it just kind of lightens it up. And then I go into my eyes next. Excuse me. One thing that you should do with your eyes that I didn't do, because I didn't think about it till just now, you want to have your powder ready. You want to have it ready. Now that that's blended out, I'm going to take my little, dip it into the powder, make sure it's all smooth under there, and then we are going to go in and press it just like that. I just use the excess and tap it all over because we will go back in. This next part, I don't have the brush that I would normally use for this. Normally I would use like a semi-flat angled brush, but we're going to use this one. It's not angled, it is flat. Find that red that we used, and then we are going to dip only the tip of the brush. That is very important. Only the tip of the brush. We dip, since this is so dang pigmented, we're gonna definitely blow off the excess, and we're gonna go under our eye. I'm gonna take a clean, flatter brush. Normally I have one brush, it's fluffy and flat, so it does both at the same time. I don't have that with me. So now we are going to go in with a clean brush, and we're just going to kind of buff it out. I found a different brush that will work better. Okay, now we're going to really buff that out. Go. Okay, that looks a lot better. Fluffy face brush, and we are just gonna go all over. We're gonna brush off all of that powder that we just put on, and it doesn't need to look perfect. Well, you don't need to wipe it off perfectly because the next step is powder, just not white powder. The reason I do it that way is to kind of set it all, set my whole face, and give it a base for the bronzer. That is my bronzer. I am using the Too Faced, the Sun Beauty, not Sun Bunny. Oh my gosh. It's got kind of a glimmer shade to it. And then I'm going to go in and bronze up the face. Back in with that flat brush, and you are just gonna buff this out. That way there's no harsh lines. Unless you like harsh lines, then to each their own. I do not like harsh lines, so I will be buffing it out. I'm gonna go in with my blush now. I'm using the Revolution blush, in the shade Peach Bliss. Favorite blush recently broke. I went on a trip to Hawaii and it broke on the way there. So, and my Fenty Beauty highlighter, my favorite highlighter, also broke. So that sucked. But oh well. For my face shape, I like to keep my blush a little higher because I have kind of a round face right now. My face also just fluctuates with its everything. My skin fluctuates. It's just kind of how PCS goes. But it is what it is. And we make the most of it, right? I kind of bring it under my eyes just a little bit, but not a bunch. And then once that is to my liking, I'll buff that with that same fluffy brush. Normally I would use Fenty Beauty, but that's broken and I haven't fixed it yet. So today I'm going to use Real Her Confidence in My Glow. I don't know the shade, but it's my second favorite. I am a highlight girl. I love highlight. Love it, love it, love it. Don't know if you can kind of, there you go, you can kind of see it there. But I love highlight. I like to take it under my eyebrow bone just a little bit. I use the Gimme Brow Mini, and then I just fix up my eyebrows. There's like nothing left in this, so this honestly is just for shape, not so much for color. But I can't, I swear they like changed their formula or something, because I cannot find my shade anymore. So honestly what I do is I take the newer one as close to the shade of my brows as I can get, and then I'll like use it once, and then I'll use this over it, and then kind of just like it kind of gives this ever so much color back. But I don't really need to touch on my brows that much. It's more for shaping. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. Now I'm gonna take this off my lip. Just use a basic rag. You can use whatever you want. Really just use a rag. I'm gonna use this Nabla Viper lip plumper. I love it because it smells so good. It smells kind of like vanilla, and it's clear. Like a minty vanilla type flavor. Scent. Not flavor. Don't eat it. Please comment below whatever mascara you are using. Today I'm going to use Lash Princess False Lash Effect. I'm always on the market for mascaras, but I have really high standards. I don't really wear false lashes ever. I want to start, but I have a baby. There's no time for that. So it's really hard for me to start doing that. But whatever mascara you're using, please comment it below so that then I can try it out. Because I really want a mascara that's going to give me volume and length. And this one kind of does that, but if I get up close, maybe? No. Nope. I think that's as good as we're getting. I don't know if I want to do a red lip. Honestly, I was pretty set on doing a red lip earlier, but now I'm not so sure. So let me just fix my hair, and then I'm gonna pick a lip color. So I decided against the red lip only because I am gonna be eating. I did just a glitter topper and we're set. Don't forget to comment your foundation and if you tried this and like the scent and your favorite mascara. See you next time.